Hello, I'm Brian, and welcome to another episode of Wasteland 2 Director's Cut. So, in the last episode, we have explored the outskirts of the Ranger Citadel. We haven't had access to the Citadel yet because we haven't finished the job that General Vargas has given us. But we have visited the only vendor here. We have picked up some weapons and ammos around the outskirts. Also, we have recruited our first companion, Angela Death. So now we are going to head out to the Wasteland, but before we do that, actually there are two business I would like to take care of first. The first one is you see here this little plus sign means that she has some spare points that we haven't assigned it yet, so we are going to assign it. In the character creation video, I've talked about my AP sort of main DPSer. Here, I've selected the perks of acidic, which gives her a bonus attribute point, and then also 5 more skill points to start with in the beginning of the game. So we are going to put it into awareness so that the combat initiative can increase from 11 to 12. Alright, so commit. For skills, we are not going to assign right away. So sometimes if you save up these skill points, it is very valuable. Right now, if you start leveling, those skill points will accumulate up. You can of course dump it into your weapon skills to make your rangers a little bit more shoot a little bit better, things like that. But also there are a couple of skill checks that you may want to have some skill points lying around, so that once you come up with, like, say, a save that is very hard to crack, or a computer that is very hard to crack, then you would want those skill points available so that you can just pump up the skill levels to meet the requirements. But of course, there are a couple of skills that you really need to just have right away, or you simply won't pass certain skill checks. I think the first one is perception. So you need a high level of perception to check for traps, check for some kind of a hidden treasure. I'll show you that in a second. Anything else? Also the the speech checks as well. So if you initiate a speech check, so you start a conversation and then it does a speech check. If you fail that speech check, then certain dialogue options will never become available, and usually it doesn't really mean a lot, but it has some potential to make certain fights a lot harder, or that certain endings may not be available to you. So, right now, I'll let the skill points lie around here for the moment, because 2 in perception and 2 in whatever weapon skills we have should get us there quite easily in a very early game. Also, I've talked about the radiation suit in the last video. I didn't get it back then, but I decided that I should just use the cash that I have accumulated to just get it right away. So here you can see this is the shitty radiation suits. I'll just get it now. I'll explain later why I do certain things. For the moment, alright. Oh, where did I put it? Okay. So radiation suits. Double click, it's gone. So we have, let me see. So you can see here, radiation resistance 2. So there are some places where I wanted to get to in the very early game that has a little bit of radiation there. Alright, I'll actually show you.
Ranger Team Echo, this is Ranger Command. Come in.
Okay.
Roger, Echo 1. Just making sure your radio is working. I'll be your dispatcher from here on out. I also wanted to give you a little heads up on your water situation. If you've all got full canteens, you should have enough water to reach the place where Ace died with plenty to spare. But if you're going to go exploring, you'll want to fill up again at any oasis you can find.
So basically, General Fargus is explaining how you walk around the Wasteland. You need to fill up canteens where every step you take will consume water, and you can refill them in several oases around the world.
Once you've got the devices, you'll be headed to Ag Center and High Pool to install them. But we'll talk about that after you acquire the repeaters. We must, of course, bring Ace's killers to justice. But right now, that's secondary to discovering the location of that signal. 10-4, Echo 1, carry on. Ranger Command out.
Alright, the sound is a little low. Okay, so you can see here, it actually shows you how much water you are going to use for each steps. So I'll try to move here. Alright, so when you are doing some exploration, you continue to notice that the water here is decreasing. Once the water is depleted, you start to take damage, and that is something that you really would like to why is the certain thing not showing up here? Ah, there it is. So what I'm saying is so once the water is depleted, you start to take damage, so your HP keeps dropping, and before long you die in the desert. So I don't remember if you die in the desert you will be game over, or that you just get sent back to the Ranger Citadel. But try to avoid that kind of situation, because once you start to get low on HP and then there is a random encounter and just some random thugs will get a jump on you and you'll all be dead in seconds. Alright, so you can see here there is a mysterious shrine here. If you don't have the correct level of perception here, I think it is a pretty easy check. It is like a perception 1 or 2, but if you do not have it, you won't be able to refill this shrine. So we will head in. Alright, so these are some of the kind of hidden locations that has kind of a little this shrine in it that usually gives you like skill points which you can use to learn various skills. They may, I don't think they give you attribute points, but usually they give you skill points or they give you XP points. This one I do not remember, but I'm not going to use it because right now I don't have the full team available to me. So using it so early is like a little bit of a waste to it. Also, because of I just passed the perception check here, I find that there is something seems to be buried here, so we can dig it up. more sniper rifles. I'm not sure why. Seems the computer really wants me to have more sniper available. Okay. I just. Okay, so I think this one Lagomatic, this is a trinket. You can equip one on every members. Of course, my DPSer cannot because she already has acidic, so she cannot wear any trinkets in the trinket slot. But these trinkets usually adds like bonus modifier to skills like maybe hard ass, outdoorsman in this case. They're useful, especially in the earlier games because you won't have a lot of skill points to level up the skills, and sometimes the skill checks are very hard, so you want this as well. Also, a little note on outdoorsman. If you read through some of the guides out there, or listen to people talking, there are different opinions on outdoorsman. They range from outdoorsman to be completely useless to outdoorsman as an absolute must in every single game. For me, outdoorsman is a pretty important skill. I won't say it is a must, but there are actually two reasons that you would want outdoorsman in this game. Of course, there are some outdoorsman skill checks as well, but I believe you can get past with like a surgeon skills, particularly in the certain place that we are going to visit later. But the two purposes of outdoorsman mainly is if you have a high level of outdoorsman and that your characters are of a appropriate level as well, you will have less encounter in when you're traveling. So basically, if you take 2 steps and then you just have like a level 1 thug trying to rob your level 20 rangers, then it doesn't work, right? You just have to waste bullets on them. You have to waste time on them, and it gets annoying very fast. So there is one thing, and the second thing about avoiding encounters is that once you get to the second part of the game, there is a very high difficulty jump in between, and at the very beginning, you want to avoid encounters as much as possible. Once you acquire enough weapons, then you can do all the encounters alright. But for the first half an hour on the second part of the game, you really want the outdoorsman skills with you, so you can avoid like every encounters can get you killed. So there is that. Also, the second thing is that with outdoorsman, even if you decided to get into a fight with certain like thugs, animals, whatever, you will start in a more advantageous position in the map. In the map, basically, if you have a very low value of outdoorsman, or you have 0 value of outdoorsman, then you will end up like in a pocket where you have to fight your way out and just can't properly set up. You won't have any covers to use, then it will end up very badly for you. So yeah, outdoorsman skill I think is not a must, but it will be a very important skills in the future. Alright, so enough of me talking here. Let's continue our journey. Let's get out of here. Yes. look at the map. So the first objective is that we travel to the radio tower. Before we travel there, we are going to take a look at the surroundings. Okay, so let's do this. Alright. So here there is an oasis where we can refill our canteens. You can also see here the radiation. If you have so it says radiation 1. If you have like a radiation resistance lower than the numbers that is shown here, you start to take damage. If you are like one level lower, then it will take a little bit of damage. But if you are like two levels lower, then it almost is like just certain death already. So try not to go near it if you haven't grabbed the radiation shoots like I did earlier. You don't have to get it at that point. There is no reason to just go right away for it. But there is a reason why I get it. And that is, there is this nice little cache here. Before you even go to your first destination, the radio tower. You have a cache here. I believe there is some weapons, so we will loot it right away. So you can see here, M14. It directly compares to your, so it is an assault rifle. When you compare it, you can see that it does a little bit more damage. You can see the damage number is a little bit higher. The game does a very good job of showing which stats is more important. In that they just highlight the AP per damage per AP value there. So if you find out a weapon that has a high damage number, so it's like 14 to 18 instead of 7 to 12, and then if the damage per AP is lower, then you usually won't want to use it. AP is very important in every part of the game. If you have lower AP costs, then you can shoot more times. But of course, the damage of the weapon is also important in that it also adds to the damage per ammo. But that is a little bit less of an issue in Wasteland 2 Director's Cut. It is more like an issue in the original version because at that version, ammos are hard to come by. You really have to count your like cost per kill, like how many money do you spend on every kill, and then what kind of rewards that you get per kill as well. So it's less of an issue here in the Director's Cut version, so you just focus on the damage per AP. Alright, of course, assault rifle goes to my main DPS, the ammo as well. Sniper ammo goes to my sniper, of course. Medic packs goes to medic. Okay, so this is another trinket as well. I think I just distribute all. Alright, let's continue.
The son of the hammer will strike against the daughter of stars. Redbirds will fly out of... Roger that, Echo 1. When you reach the area where Ace's body was found, give it a good going over. The folks that picked him up said it looked like he crawled there. Maybe you can find some tracks leading to where he was attacked. Copy?
Copy.
10-4, Echo 1, and check in immediately with any new info. Those repeater units are a top priority. Ranger Command out.
Alright, let's move out. So there are two routes here. They basically lead to the same locations, kind of, but you will encounter, you have different encounters on it. Alright, but we'll have to pick up some of the... So this is the Ace's Ranger Star.
That's Ace's star. How did it end up way the hell over here?
Yeah, we just find
I
out
don't
that...
get shaken up easy. This place is sending shivers up my spine. God damn it, Ace. Why won't you let me come with you?
Okay. So yeah, this is a quest item that we have just acquired. And in the front, we'll be encountering, you know, like these are just the bugs here. You can kill them. They are not a very difficult target to kill. Their dogs are a little bit annoying actually, because animals in these games are very ferocious, and you try to avoid them at all costs. But right here, alright, let's see. Let's talk to these guys first.
If you want to play in our backyard, you gotta pay. 15 scrap, or we'll break your faces. And my dog will eat your corpses.
Alright, so I believe if you just do this or whatever, if you pay, you lose 15 scrapes, but nah, we are rangers, we are not going to be extorted. Okay, so you can see here, we can use the smartass skill check, the kiss ass or the hard ass skill check. So they will come up if, so they will lead up where you'll be allowed to select them if you have it, but if you do not, then it will be graded out or something, or simply not displayed. Let me see. But I'm not trying to kill these guys. Yeah, you can, because Angela Death actually comes with the hard ass herself, so you can always do the hard ass version. It says, sure, let's do this. After we done kick your ass, we're gonna eat what's left of your dog. So basically, these speech checks will avoid conflicts in this case. But I'm not going to let Angela do it. It's just like, ah. So we're going to use the kiss ass version. Very intimidating. The Desert Rangers are looking for men like you. For small fee, I can call in and introduce you and your boys to General Vargas.
Really? You do that? Man, this is great. It'll be so much easier to get people to pay our tolls once we have badges. Here, take this scrap. We'll head to the Citadel now. Let me mark my good think spot on your map. That's where I had the idea to set up here.
Yeah, he just marked the shrine that we've visited. So basically, this is, I believe, the best situation. If you use the smartass version, they will just allow you to walk around without any consequences. If you start to attack, of course, then you will you have to loot their bodies, which is nice. But if you use the hard ass with Angela Death, then the little thugs will just be too scared and then just run away. Okay, so here you can see we have like a radio tower here. It is not what this isn't what we came for. Yeah, this is not what we came for, but if you have the mechanical repair skills here, you would want to do that, because if you repair it and it is successful, you'll hear like a Morse code or something. It is kind of annoying when you are exploring the nearby areas, but in a later part of the game, it will help you unlock certain features very quickly, instead of like going through all the hoops to get some of the contents unlocked. So even if you can't have mechanical repair, because like currently we do not have one, so there is 0% we can succeed. But if you have, you can come back to the to here, and then do the mechanical repair thing to make it broadcast the signal. Right, there is also a nice feature that if you hit the Z key, you can check out all the things that you can interact
Let me
with.
tell you Matthias's law, friends. Matthias's law is vengeance. And soon, Matthias's law will stretch all the way.
That's definitely
so-
Ace's handwriting. I'd recognize those chicken scratches anywhere.
I'm trying to remember if there is
Didn't
anything
die quiet,
else
at least.
here. I don't think so.
Don't fight. Damn it, Ace.
Okay, so there is this gate here. We can always try to open it. Alright, let's use perception. You can see here we can kick it down, but we also have an alarm disarm because it is rigged with an alarm. So we try to disable it. If we fail, a couple of guys will come and attack us, I believe. But, success! We'll try to lockpick it. Good. Very good. Okay, so you can see here are more thugs. I usually just kill them outright because there's no reason to allow them to walk here. I forgot to upgrade my guns here. Okay, you can crouch. My sniper can sit here and crouch. And Angela, you can come here. Crouch. Alright, so the reason for this setup is that we can have a sniper on the back, and then we also have our assault rifleman on the front to shoot stuff. We have our medic at the ready as well. I didn't crouch because both our team leader and our medic has close combat weapons, very short range, but doesn't suffer any close range penalty. So they will run up close and then just start shooting. So I don't want them to crouch because once you crouch, you get up, you waste 2 AP. Alright. I believe I have another one as well. I'll just repeat second. Swap weapons, reload. Okay. Alright, control, free aim, shoot. We missed. Not good. Not good. 71%. If you crouch, your shots should have a higher chance to hit. Okay. And turn. Can shoot anyone. 70. 74. Okay. Alright, so we'll have to be careful here because some of our guys are on the firing line of Angela, but they may actually have a friendly fire chance, but I'll take the chance here. Alright, and turn. Okay, so this guy is almost dead. You can see here he's wielding a knife, so he's very likely to try and bum rush us. Medic can move away because I don't want her to get into combat. Should I just shoot him dead? Yeah, just take him out. Alright, one down. Actually, we should have gone for those with ranged weapons first, because close combatants are not very good in this game actually, but whatever. Okay, out of range. We can... Alright, I'll crouch. And then set ambush. Oh. Okay. Taking a little bit damage with our DPS, but we should be able to take care of them. Nice shot. I'll just enter here. Alright. Good shot. Alright. Finish him? No? Try again? Okay. So yeah, that's the first fight. We'll go loot the bodies. Maybe heal up as well. Not much of importance here, so I'll just distribute all. Yeah, you can see here that there are a couple of civilians that get shot at. So yeah, these are not very nice guys that we just killed. Okay, so there is a mound we can dig. So that's what we are gonna do. Short barrel. So these are modifications for your guns. You can put it on like you can see here useful on certain kinds of weapons. It is not a very good mod. This one actually here. It gives you a shorter range to shoot, but to give you a more chance to hit. The 4% more chance to hit is I mean 4% chance to hit is nice to have, but at the same time, if you lose like some range and then lose some of the optimal range as well, then it's not really worth it. But we'll take it. It's just junk to sell, I suppose. Okay, maybe I should just help heal her up a bit. Let me see. Okay. So we're missing 18 points of HP. How much does this actually heal? 26 to 37. It's a little bit of an overheal if I use my medic to heal the main DPS, so I will just yeah, use the painkiller on herself. Yeah, I don't want to get her one-shotted right away, so yeah, heal up. Okay, you see here, a chain fence blocks the path. We can try to remove the bombs here and then lockpick it. There is also the brute force option, but because there is a bomb tied onto that, so you should try to remove it first. But I'm not very optimistic on the chances, like 76% chance sometimes leads to a critical failure and then it just blows up in front of our face. In the very late game, it is less of an issue because our rangers will have a lot of health, but for now we better not take the chances. So instead, what I'll do here is I'll tell Bear to just shoot it. Yeah, see? Nice and easy. We're not taking any chances because again we are playing on Supreme Jerk difficulty. You can see that like a single handgun shot can take out half of my ranger's health. Right, let's examine it. I try to lockpick it first. Alright, like does it work? Yay, it works, and it gives me junk. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is that sometimes if you have like a 76% chance to succeed, it is not really that high. That there are some chances that you'll hit a critical failure. If you pick lock and then have a critical failure, the lock will be broken and you won't be able to attempt it a second time. Of course, we in this box, in the case of this box, we can always just kick it open with Angela, so there is that. But some of the skill checks, if you fail, would lead to a more painful consequences. Okay. The mangler. This. So we can see here these are the rockets that we can equip. It is very useful, particularly in the early part of the game. You can open a fight with like this bazooka kind of thing, and then it can deal a lot of damage to a bunch of guys if they're bunched up. Also, they don't require any skills to use, so it is nice to have. Of course, if you have like the demolition skills and then you have some perks like what do you call it, long arms here. You can see here that plus 15% maximum range when throwing grenade type weapons. I'm not sure if it also includes mangler, but they can be improved that way. But it is not a, because there is no increased damage to these kind of weapons. So in the end game they are not very useful. But in the early game, yeah, sure, you can have the mangler ready and then just blow something up. It's alright. Right, let's not miss this as well. So here, you can see basic trauma kit. This is the surgeon kit that you use if your rangers receive damage and then falls unconscious. You can revive it with a basic trauma kit within a given time. If the timer has passed it and then you didn't revive the set rangers, he or she will be gone and come in a permanent way, so you won't want that. We'll do some more exploring, pick up some more stuff as well before we actually head into another fight. Okay, more mounts to take up. So try to make sure you didn't miss the shuffle in the very early part of the game. Hey, pipe bomb, another explosive that you can throw around. It is not very good at dealing damage, to be honest, but sometimes you can blow up a safe to open it, or you can blow up some of the fences that restrict you from certain areas, so it is nice to have around. But there is a cave here. Inside, I can tell you there is a shrine, and then there is a toaster inside as well, but we are not going to go in there just right now because the shrine we are not going to use again. I've talked about it. I don't have all my companions right now, so I don't want to waste, quote unquote, waste the opportunity to use the shrine until I have my full party. And also, we do not have the toaster guy, the toaster man, to repair the toaster. Alright, so let's head into this cave. Alright. I think, alright, let's do this. Can we look at it? Yeah, this little guy, this toad. I think this is the first difficult fight that if someone is very new to this game, then they will find it quite difficult to do. Alright, I'll just do some setup first. Alright. You can see here, your rangers can equip 2 weapons on them at all times. So they can have like a backup weapon. If they have run out of ammo on the first weapon, they can just swap to the second weapon with no AP cost and keep shooting. Also, if you're about this little guy, the little toad here, he can steal your weapons. So having a second weapon to be ready is kind of necessary. All right. Also, I've mentioned earlier, animals in this game are usually very tough beat, so I'll just do some setups first before we actually move in to try and pull. You can crouch. Alright, I'll try to use the sniper to do the pull. Oh, no, not walk up. Do not face pull this guy, you will regret it very quickly. Right. What do I do now? Oh. No? Alright. You can see here, the toad actually goes faster than us. This is horrible actually. Now you can see here, under pressure. So if you are using a sniper rifle or an assault rifle, if your opponent has come up close to you, then you have this under pressure debuff where if you try to hit them, you receive a minus 45% hit chance. So basically 0% hit chance. But because we need to pull this frog, I just have to do this. Alright, so move my sniper back. Not in range yet. So instead I'll set ambush. Once the toad tries to close the gap, we can shoot at him. Alright, 90%. That's actually cool. But you can see here that the damage is really low compared to like when say you're shooting at the humans back when we are fighting the thugs. That is because it has quite a high armor count. You can see here the armor count is 3. So even with a armor penetration of 2, you are still doing significantly less damage than you should. But you gotta do what you gotta do. Oh my god, that's 2 damage. gotta do what you gotta do. Ambush, I guess. Alright, 72%. Let's give it a try. Oof. Yeah. This will be hard. Oh, all miss. Okay. Alright. Okay.
Got this.
No, you do not. Alright, so here is you can see that this blue area is how far your ranger can walk and still make a shot. I have to try this. Oh, that's actually lucky. I have another. Can I do this? Where I hit my own guy, I would prefer not to. Yay! Look at that. When you have gained okay. Alright, so you can see here how powerful the Mangler is in the first fight, but later it will not be that case. Alright, so you can this weapon stolen, you can get it back once you kill the little toad here. But yeah, if my leader here didn't have the Mangler ready, then she won't be able to help the team at all. So yeah, I wasn't expecting that this Mangler is gonna help us so much because it does 50 damage. I think it also get past like the armor check as well, so the armor penetration is not a concern. Alright, let's move up. Alright, let's take a look. This is, I believe, the repeater unit. Yeah, the 2 repeater unit.
Ace's gear, all right. What the hell was this metal asshole planning to do with it? We should poke around the cave. Make sure he didn't drop nothing else.
Yeah, so we'll poke around the cave, get a logbook page.
Looks like the robot only got 1 page of Ace's logbook. It don't say much. We should look around the area for more. Could be clues.
Okay, it marks the real nomads camp, also the RNC in short. We'll go there at a later time to try to recruit some of the companions. It is also an area that is filled with quests as well, but we are not going to complete the quest until we have a lot more skills where we can get past certain skill checks. Alright, so here is a robot. I think we can use a certain computer skills on it.
Look at that thing. Looks like Ace gave as good as he got. I guess that's some consolation. Where the fuck did it come from? I've never seen a robot so advanced before. Not even Max was that tricked out.
Yeah. You've just seen how badly a critical failure can get when you are like doing this kind of stuff. Sometimes critical failures get you a broken leg. Sometimes they just blow up in your face and then you all take damage. I didn't expect the robots to just blow up outright. Yep, that's on me.
Goddamn piece of.
Alright, let's move away from here. Okay, so that skill check with the robot, it is not very crucial.
Thing, but
I think it.
I wish it was still alive so I could make it suffer.
Yeah, Angela is really pissed. So I think if I fail that skill check, it doesn't have any real consequences to the game, to the story, because once you checked it, it just gives you a little more information, and then you will also receive like some trash that you can sell. It looks like it's not trash, but it is trash. So it has no real use in any quest whatsoever. Okay, because we have just got the repeater unit. Where is it? There we go. Yeah, repeater unit, so we can make a call in.
Echo 1, go ahead. Got an update for me?
Affirmative, found the repeaters in the logbook and a metal man.
What?
A dead robot. Looks like it killed Ace and stole the repeaters and logbook.
Well, I'll be goddamned. We haven't seen any synthetics around for almost 15 years. We better get a closer look at the tech. Mirror Captain might be able to tell us where it came from. See if you can grab a piece of it and bring it back to Mirror Captain the next time you're at the Citadel.
What is synthetic?
That is Mirror Captain's fancy word for smart robots. She calls them synthetic life forms or synths. Basically, any robot that can think for itself falls into the synth category. Plain old robots are dangerous enough. Ones that think for themselves are a nightmare.
So the backstory is that in Wasteland, the first Wasteland game, which comes out like 1988, the story is that Angela, Ace, also there are a couple of other characters as well, and then Vargas tries to stop a robot that has the AI that has gone crazy and just churn out robots after robots to end the world. So yeah, synthetics is not good. Message received, understood.
Good, but our priority is still those repeaters. Now that you have them, I'm sending you on to complete Ace's mission, which was to attach him to the most powerful towers in Arizona, so we can get a fix on that mystery signal. One tower is at High Pool, the other is at the Ag Center. Sending you the coordinates now.
Okay, so you can see here we can go to the Ag Center or we can go to the High Pool. I know this is a very old game. But if you want to avoid spoilers, you can skip like 30 seconds. I'll give you a moment. Okay, the deal is you can either go to High Pool or X Center and save one of them because they are going to be attacked. And if you pick one, and then the other will be completely gone. And it also determines what companions you're going to have. So there you have it. Anything I should know about High Pool?
High Pool is at the most southern and eastern corner of our jurisdiction. They're a vital part of the stable society we've been trying to build here in Arizona. They provide clean water to us and many other communities and farms, maintain an emergency reservoir in case of drought. See Mayor Vikstrom there about using their tower. He knows you're coming.
Alright, can you tell me about X Center?
Ag Center is due south of Ranger Citadel and very important to what we're trying to achieve. The researchers there are developing hardier plants and animals that will thrive in the harsh conditions of the waste. If it all pays off, we may see the day when nobody in Arizona goes hungry. Talk to Matt Forrestal about hooking up to their radio dish. He used to be one of us. Now he runs things down there. Matt's good people.
Tower.
They built their tower on top of an old crane. A bit unorthodox, but it gets great reception.
Yeah, this is talking about the High Pool where they have a tower and then they just put the radio there. The dish is in the Ag Center, I believe.
Used to be part of an old satellite relay system, from what Woodson tells me. Strongest transmitter in Arizona.
Alright, copy.
Roger, Echo 1. Ranger Command out.
Okay, so we have received some experience. You can also see here there is this little icon here that indicates we have a promotion, which is essentially a level up we can call in. You can also check here that the XP bar has already filled up. The XP bar will continue to fill up even if you don't call in and make the level up. It is useful for playing around a certain quirk that says that forces one of your rangers to stay at a even number level to have like receive a bonus, because once they go into odd number levels, then they will have a minus thing, and then they just play around that. But we're not going to do that, so let's call in.
Copy, Echo 1. This is Ranger Command. Go ahead. Over. Echo 1, your team's recent progress merits a number of field promotions. Congratulations, Echo 1. You've done well.
Okay, so you can... okay, yeah. So you can see here we've just received the promotion. It gives you a little bit more hit points according to your stats. If you have a higher strength, then every level up you can get a little bit more HP. Let me see. You also get like skill points as well, which is according to how much intelligence you are having. So aside from that, the level up is really just for skills, basically. Of course, you also have like attribute points, which is every 10 levels. So level 10, level 20, level 30, you get an extra attribute points to put around. These characters are designed around these concepts that once we have a level up that gives us an attribute points, we'll put it right into awareness. Doesn't matter who that is, we just put it into the awareness, because other stats are already fixed. We already have them at the point where we want them to be. So once we have attribute points, we'll just put it into awareness to keep up the combat initiative that is on par with our enemies, so that we don't you know, like get into a fight and then just our enemies can take pot shots at us before we can even fire a shot. Okay, so the quest here will take us to X Center, and also no, not here. We're trying to exit the area. X Center and the high pool, but at the moment we are not going to do that because we wanted to do a little bit of hunting. So what is hunting? Hunting is a very is kind of a old concept in RPG, where you just walk around the field looking for random encounters so that you can shoot them up and then gain levels. So if you are playing on a lower level difficulties, you will find out that you may not need to grind that much, or if at all, because you're like if you have your sniper here, he can one-shot anyone with the original starting sniper rifle, and just do fine that way. So yeah, but on higher levels, you can grind a little bit more level, get a little bit more HP, get a little bit more skill points to improve the character's weapon skills. Also, it is not just about leveling up to so that make to kind of cheese the early games encounters, weapons encounters. It's not just about fighting. In no matter you go to X Center or High Pool, there are a lot of skill checks that requires you to not have like this one safe cracking, one lock picking. It just doesn't work. Like a one demolition, every single TNT is going to blow in your face. So if you have done a little bit of farming, get a little bit of levels as well, you will be rewarded greatly. You can get into a lot more saves, locked up boxes more easily. There are also certain skill checks along the storyline that you can do without really fearing that you might not get past it and then you just miss out content. Not that you are going to miss out a lot of stuff. You can always just shoot everything that is on your way and then you can still complete the game. But for me, I think it is more fun to have a more diverse group, have a little bit more skills so that I can just open every saves, get everything to crack open and just get all this loot as well. So alright, I'll just end the video here. Next time I will maybe do some grinding first. I will brief on you the progress of the grind, how much we have leveled up, or maybe what kind of skills we have actually acquired, basically the development of the team. So until then, I'm Brian, and thanks for watching. It's a little bit longer than usual, but I hope you enjoyed this video. I will be back with another video very soon.